Hi everyone, I'm Echoes and I'm a Vtuber, and I'll be going over episode 3 of Gundam Build Metaverse, titled Try and Fight. So pretty much a very blatant reference to the original Gundam Build Fighters trying in original Gundam Build Fighters. So yeah, this is the last episode of this short OVA series that celebrates the 10th anniversary of the original Gundam Build Fighters, and also introduces the Metaverse a bit. So because this is the final episode, this episode also has the most fan service out of all of them. But it's still quite fun. I think the best things would be seeing Sei and Reiji again, but because I really enjoyed Gundam Build Fighters, the original one. So yeah, now we get on the start of this 200 territory battle, which pretty much represents presented by Yajima Trading is about to begin. Don't know if that's a reference as well, but in essence, it looks a lot like a Muso battle. That will pit blue team's 2 machines against 200 from red, so 200 versus 200. Yeah, because from the map, it looks just like a Muso map, because they had to turn over their territory. For a simple honor signal, both teams will start trying to expand their territory. When you defeat an enemy gunpla, you'll reclaim the field that loser held as your team's territory. The victorious team will be the one that gains the most territory at the end. However, one gunpla from each team will be selected by the computer to act as a supreme commander. Down one of these will flip large portions of territory and change the tide with a single move. So they're kind of like the captains. Which gunpla will go head-to-head, and then you see everyone's watching. You see even Sei's mom right here. Then Mr. Raul over there. And then we see Miss Maria right here. Or Maria. And they get started. And then we have the AI lady talking. So yeah, and then you can see good old Rio here is getting launched again. Skip opening. And you see here, before the fight, because he is preparing for the event. And then you can see that Sarah is just saying, I drilled you in everything and can teach you right now. So she did some last minute training with him via voice call. And just probably just just chatting with him via voice call. You have what it takes to take on Maria. He says, I'm going to do my best. And you can see that here he is wearing a more like Japanese style clothing, is doing some preparation with this gunpla. And she's like, forgive me. I was like, oh, never mind. And she's like, I'm going to go watch you. So do your best, okay? He's like, yep, I will. Try not to oversleep again. Oh, he has the amazing Barbatos Lupus on his phone as a wallpaper. And here you can see he's talking to his grandfather, which will play an important role later. Then we have the bit more of the boss battle, blah blah, of the 200-man battle. And then you see here we get Sekai and Hiroto coming together because they weren't able to fight in the previous episode. It's like, let's settle things right here. So they kind of are settling the score. Then here we get the Oni guy from, I remember he was one of the first opponents in Gundam Build Divers or Try. I don't remember which one, but I remember his appearance. And then we get these people who are pretty much these 2 siblings. They have I forgot which type of Gundam this is. But it's pretty much they all use the same type of gunpla. And then they have the 2 assistants. Probably because this guy has like hyaki, which are kind of like his. They're not really funnels. They're kind of like separate autonomous units. Team Song Dynasty Vase engage. And then you can see that they're all fighting. Then you see Meiji and Kawaguchi's watching. Is like, I'm not gonna just sit here and watch. You can see he's walking here. Then you can see he teleports himself right into the Barbato's lupus. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here, I'm gonna fight too. And then this scene's kind of funny just because this one, because these are all the wing Gundams all together, I think. And then they found the opposing Supreme Commander here, which is this guy from the Diver series. I don't remember which one, but he was pretty cool, I remember. Because his gun was cool because it has the good old cape. And I think it has, like, that chest piece reminds me of Double O, I think. Or is it Double O or Core? I don't remember which one. It's, like, familiar for some reason. Like, I've been selected by the computer, but if I'm defeated, my forces will lose ground. And so, I've never been the type to just sit back and wait. And then you can see that Rio has found Maria-san's suit, or Maria's suit. And then you see that Sei pops up. So, oh, okay. And then you can say, oh, I heard about you from Rao. Miss Rao is a friend of Miss Fumina. So it's like, okay, I guess we're friends because I know someone you know. And then you see Kawaguchi pops in. He's like, oh. He's like, oh, isn't that you, Meijin? Because the bright red Gundam, of course. He's like, I was itching the battle. But when I did, never thought I'd face you again. He's like, I'm going to settle the score with you. Same here. Build Trek Exceed Galaxy. They have the most ridiculous names. Back at you. My gun, amazing Barbato's lupus. It's so cheesy. But yeah, it's like, I'm gonna do epic pose in the middle of the air, of course. It's like, oh, I'm witnessing an amazing battle before me. He's like, go. Do what you gotta do, man. And he's like, okay, I'm leaving. And see how they fight a bit together here. It's really nice to see you Sei again, because so good. And then we see Maria here's like, oh, took you long enough. Better make it worth my while. I also really like how her gun, I don't know if it's a reference to something, but her Gundam kind of has like an Egyptian vibe. I think it's like those really cool feather like shoulder pieces. Also being really gold also helps. It's like, Miss Sari-san isn't the type of person you think she is. It's like, win against my Gundam and I'll listen to you. He's like, I can tell that she's strong. And then he sees his master in her. Because, I mean, they're sisters, so it makes sense. They may have similar fighting styles. You can see that she knows that he got hit at her. Then go show you my true battle. She summons like some sort of attachment as well. I still find it funny that you can't attack them when they're transforming. I feel like that'd be a good opportunity for a person to attack these type of things. But I guess it's like maybe it's like an invincibility mode during that time, so you can't attack them maybe. And then she's this is the Typhonius Gundam. Typhonius Gundam Chimera. So it's such a wild look. It looks like truly a monstrous type of thing with the tank. It looks like a tank on the back. And like, oh, you can do it. Now that after some time has passed, you see the real contenders, and then everyone's just trying to survive. And he's like, can you finish? Like, oh, you're getting on my nerves now. So you can see that they're still fighting. Like, it's like you can't use beam weapons. And then you see that some machines are coming to support. It's like, oh, if we fight her together, we can do it. It's like, I don't like meddlers like you guys. And he's like, and then she defeats them all. It's kind of nice that these people were willing to help him, though. So I'm going to take my time and crush you. And he's like almost about to be destroyed. But then we get it back to the Meijin and Sei. It's like, thought I may have closed the gap, but he's farther ahead of me than I thought. So you won't catch him to me that easily. Come at me. Answer your full effort with my full effort. This is just how I fight. Then you see he gets the attachment, which is like this big ass gun. Then you see he gets a hit on him. But then he's like, I went through so many battles via simulation. I'm stuck to my training. And then I figured out that I have a chance to win if I just do this. One brief moment will decide between victory and defeat. And then you get a good old cameo again. He's like, what the heck's going on? He's like, what? Very cool. It's like, what's gotten to you? And you see, it's a good old Reiji. As long as your gun club can move, never close your eyes. Keep on pushing your fist forward. Isn't that right? It's like, oh, it's so nice to see him again. Both Sei and Reiji. He's like, oh, weren't you back home already? He's like, I am. But somehow I was able to connect. I was like, this is the most BS reason, but I mean, fan service. He's like, what do you mean by somehow? Doesn't matter, no. Just means that we can meet whenever we like. We can play Gunpla Battle whenever we want. Like, you're right. This is good news for me too. Want to fight you again as well. 2 against 1, you're up at a disadvantage. Having such disadvantage is what makes me amazing. Of course. See that they're going at each other, and then they get back to Rio versus Maria. So you're such a pain. Time you learn your lesson. Then she's trying to do a final attack. And then you can see that they're all worried. I put my trust in him, but did I make another mistake? But then we get this lady come in. It's like, oh, that boy and his gunpla. They haven't given up yet. So she could tell. And you tell here he's at his like lowest, but he's like, okay, I'm calm now. And he still keeps going. He's like, you don't know when to quit. Had enough. Be gone. And then you can see that she attacks him. But then he destroys all her funnels, which is a very good idea. It's like, what? So like, and then we get the teaching from his grandfather, which is pretty cool. Because it's nice to have a mentor figure for him as well that isn't serious-on. It's like a family. Mm-hmm. And he says, the fact I'm Japanese influence you. Be interested in samurai and things like that, right? I thought this was a nice reference because of how Rio lives in Hawaii, and you assume that he was probably American because of his dark hair. His lighter hair. Mm-hmm. You mentioned you have an important match tomorrow. But you mustn't misunderstand. They often say that Bushido is the way of death. But that doesn't mean Bushido is all about dying. By being prepared for death, samurai master their emotions and never lose their head, in that they can always focus on the path of the true warrior. In order to achieve their cherished goals, they must have the spirit of daily effort and determination. So learn and take the challenge, Rio. And say, okay, I got you. Got you, Grandpa. So he's taking his lessons to kind of be determined and calm in the face of danger. It's like, oh, did this battle unlock what he can do now? It's like, I respect you, Miss Maria. You're an incredible fighter and great builder. You can see he's pretty much destroying her parts, and he says that time and time again, I'll keep on challenging you. Even if I lose now, it's not over. If I fail or make mistakes, I can simply start again. Start over. Just like with Gunpla. That's how I'll build a masterpiece all on my own. It's like, how dare, what do you know about me? She was always by my side. She was always better than me. I was depressed having someone like that so close to me. Same as like on that day. She should have been angry, should have treated me with scorn after, she took the parts. But how could she give up her dream when it was so close? I knew how hard she worked. But you still didn't give up, right? You just like Gundam battle, and it's like, how could I? How could I dislike it? You can tell that he was able to reach out to her. Then he's like, oh, sorry to interrupt. And then you see the guy from before, the Supreme Commander. He's like, I'm gonna fight you now. And like, you see it as, oh yeah, he's like, fight you no matter what. Take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime chance, of course. It's like, you're a man who spoils the mood, huh? He's like, please see us just changing the mood. Okay, if you put it that way. And then you can see that the Majin goes, fights this other guy now. He's like, okay, I guess he's off. It's like, oh, what do we do now? Like, he took away our opponent. It's like, yep, he sure did. Well, you can't just sit here and do nothing, right? So it's nice seeing them together. Like, oh, and then they go fight on their own now. It's like, oh, I'm gonna join it. And then we get more cameos of Sekai, Hiroto. We get these people from earlier. And then you can see Rio's like, we should just join in. Join in the Gunpla battle. A fun thing that we both love way too much. So it's like, just have fun. And then she accepts his hand. Then we get the ending, and then at the we get just to skip the ending part of it, because we get a post-credit scene where that they are now doing another tournament called Lotus Cup, where you can see that they're Fumina's here doing reporting, and you see that Ria here is like, I never thought we'd get to fight an official tournament. And he's fighting against his master, who finally is back because she understands why Maria was acting the way she was, and hopefully they probably reconcile at this point. Grown so much stronger in the past few months, and you get a lot of references in the crowd. Right here, one sec. So we get like, we get a Reiji, I forgot, Aina, I think her name is. Then you get some people from Gundam Build Try, and then Sei's mom, and then a few people from the original Gundam, and then this lady here who has the one that looks like a teddy bear. And then we have more here. I don't recognize these people as much. Maybe they're from Try more, or just general populace. Then here we get some people from Gundam Build Divers. Hope you realize that even if you beat me, the one you face the one who's ready to advance to the final. So you can see that Maria, who is Kawaguchi the 7th, is right there. He's like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna beat you this time. So yeah. And then we just get the end. Yeah. Overall, it's just a really fun episode. We got like a lot of fan service, a lot of cameos, not too much like too in-depth things, but what do you expect? This is just a celebratory thing, and it's just so nice to see Sei and Reiji again, in my my opinion. Probably my favorite part of the series is that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk, and hope you guys also enjoyed these episodes. I don't know if we'll get another Gundam Build what do you call it, series again after Re-Rise, but I guess we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day. Take care.